Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Ignis face off on orange with the favorite looking to maintain his lead. Havoc holds a significant head-to-head lead with 845 wins over Ignis. That historical edge carried over into their most recent meeting where Havoc took a close one, so he's looking to keep that momentum moving here. The question is whether Ignis can break the path. Ignis pushes ahead 2-1, putting Havoc on the back foot. Underdog flipping the script against the favorite here. Unreal. He doesn't even take a hit, making it 3 in a row. A tight gap on the ladder between these two. He's just not missing. That's 4 in a row without taking a single hit. He's fighting for a 30% win rate in his last 10. He's simply not letting up. 5 in a row for Ignis. A surprising shift for the favorite here. Boom! Havoc snaps that run, taking the round without taking a hit. Pure speed, ending that in just over a second. Havoc is 17-19 in the last 24 hours, showing some inconsistency leading into this. He's already dropped a close one to miss today, and now he's struggling to find that same edge against Ignis. The question is if he can stabilize before this gap widens. He does it again, 2 in a row for Havoc, who's showing real resilience to close the gap to 4-6. Wow, he does it again. 3 in a row for Havoc, keeping this comeback alive before the break. 6 at the break. Havoc entered as the favorite, and this is tracking expectations despite a wild start. Both players traded long streaks, but Havoc's 59% head-to-head edge kept him steady during the swings. Side swap, clean slate. Ignis edges ahead 7-6, snatching the lead back. Sub-second reaction to kill the momentum there. Just 2 spots apart on the ladder. He digs deep to survive the opening burst and claw back a tie at 7-7. A messy scrap, but he gets the... He breaks the streak and takes the lead 8-7, continuing this gritty climb back into the match. Favorite reclaiming his spot at the top of this series. He doesn't take a single hit. 3 in a row for Havoc as he continues to erase that early deficit. That's 4 in a row. He keeps climbing back after that early deficit to lead 10-7. The favorite is finally playing like the top-rated guy on the ladder. Ignis halts the run, showing real grit to keep this contest alive at 10-8. Tough break for the favorite after such a clean run. A scrap where both took hits, but Havoc survives it to lead 11-8. Both players trading heavy damage there, but he survives it. He snaps that streak and hits match point, capping a gritty climb back from a 4-round deficit. Insane, he survives another scrap with his health hanging by a thread. Boom. He closes it out without taking a hit to complete the comeback and take the map. He just couldn't shake that head-to-head curse. Ignis played his heart out, but the favorite stays on top. He had to work for that. Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Mist take on the Dunes, where the favorite looks to maintain their dominance. Havoc has won 71% of their career encounters, while Mist managed to take their most recent duel. The historical gap here is significant. We have to see if Mist can actually break that long-term pattern today. We're taking a quick technical break, but stay tuned for more Havoc and Mist on Dunes. And we are back live on Dunes with Havoc and Mist tied up at 1-all. Havoc pulls ahead 2-1, seizing the momentum here. He's coming off a 13-8 win over Ignis. These rounds are over in a blink. Nobody's getting a second chance today. Mist is playing like he did in that 13-7 win earlier. Havoc edges it 3-2, keeping the pressure on Mist. Havoc, rank 12 on the ladder, is holding his ground. Mist fights back to level it at 3-3, mirroring that 13-7 result from their last encounter. Havoc is starting to pull away, taking a 2-round lead in a very tight back and forth. Insane speed on that kill, barely a second and a half. Mist claws back to make it 4-4, deadlocked. The underdog is flipping the script here. Havoc snatches the lead, 5-4, breaking the stalemate. The favorite is starting to assert that ladder advantage. Havoc is currently 18-18 in the last 24 hours, meaning he's essentially fighting for a winning day. He's trying to use this lead to offset a shaky stretch of form and secure a positive result. The question is whether Mist can disrupt this momentum. Havoc leads 8-4 at the break. This tracks exactly with the pre-match read, as the favorite used a 4-round streak to pull away. Mist needs a strong start on the switch to close this gap. Side swap, fresh start. Havoc extends the gap to 8-5, pushing the lead. Quick reaction there to snap that run. 2 in a row for Mist, showing real resilience to chip away at this lead. The underdog is flipping the script on the favorite. Unreal, he doesn't even take a hit, making it 3 in a row to cut the lead to 8-7. Havoc answers back immediately, keeping his lead at 9-7. Quick reset there, just under 2 seconds. He doesn't even take a hit there, continuing this gritty climb back into the match. Pure speed on that kill, keeping this a 1-round game. Wow, he doesn't even take a hit to level this match at 9-9. The underdog has completely erased the favorite's lead. Havoc knocks him off the box to reclaim the lead. Fastest kill we've seen in this set. Complete erasure. He doesn't take a single hit to tie it at 10-10, capping off an incredible fight back. Mist snaps the streak and takes the lead 11-10, continuing this gritty climb back into the match. 3 in a row for Mist. He's completely overturned the early deficit and now sits on match point. Boom, Mist survives a total war to take it from the box and win the map. He just completely defied the history books here. Havoc's had his number for years, but Mist finally broke through. What a fight! Welcome to the arena. Ignis and Mist face off today with the favorite looking to bounce back from a rough streak. Ignis holds a 65% win rate in their head-to-head history, showing he usually has the edge here. However, Mist just beat him in their most recent meeting, so he knows exactly how to break through. The question is if Ignis can reclaim that historical dominance today. Whoa, a total slugfest. He barely survives that exchange to make it 3 in a row. Coming off a rough stretch of 3 straight losses today. Mist answers back with a clean kill, showing some resilience to make it 3-1. Quick snap there, barely 2 seconds of action. Ignis pushes to 4-1, leaving Mist chasing the game. Insane speed, less than a second for that kill. Ignis hits 5-1, completely suffocating Mist's momentum. Mist entered this one, riding a 3-win streak in his last 10. Mist is riding a 3-win streak in his last 10, and that confidence is carrying over into this series. He's currently playing much better than Ignis, who has dropped his last 3 matches across the board. We have to wonder if the favorite is just having an off day. Nick coming off a tough 8-13 loss to Havoc earlier today. Mist doesn't even take a hit here, showing real grit to pull this back to 6-4. Clean kill, not a single shot taken in return. Another clean win for Mist, who's showing real resilience as we head toward the break. Just 1 round separates them before the break. 6 at the break. This is tracking with expectations as the favorite stays competitive despite a late surge from Mist. We'll see if Ignis can use that 65% head-to-head win rate to pull away after the switch. Side swap, total reach. Ignis edges ahead 7-6 to break that deadlock. He's fighting a 3-game losing streak in his last 10. Unreal. He claws his way back to a 7-7 deadlock after trailing by 4. He snaps that streak immediately, taking the lead 8-7 without taking a single hit. Boom! He doesn't take a single hit to make it 3 in a row, extending the lead to 9-7. Ignis snaps the run, pulling within 1 at 8-9. A battle of the upper half, with these two ranked 14th and 15th. Mist is just refusing to fold, taking a clean win to go up 10-8. Underdog flipping the script on the favorite today. He breaks the streak and makes it 2 in a row, continuing this impressive climb back into the lead. He doesn't even take a hit for 3 in a row. Mist has match point. Boom! He finishes him without taking a hit to complete the comeback and take the map. He completely flips the script on a guy who's historically owned him. Mist just puts a stop to the favorite slide. What a fight. Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Ignis face off on Mapas, with the favorite looking to secure another win. Havoc holds a 59% win rate in the head-to-head history here. He actually beat Ignis in their most recent meeting, so this early lead for the underdog is a bit surprising. We have to see if Havoc can reclaim his usual edge. Ignis doesn't even take a hit here, 3 in a row for him. Quite a turnaround for him after a 4-loss streak in his last 10. Havoc catches him from the ramp to break the run, showing some resilience here. Our favorite is finally starting to push back. Ignis cruises to a 4-1 lead. Havoc is struggling. The ranked 15 guy is playing like the favorite here. Havoc knocks him off the ramp, continuing this fight to close the gap. Quick reflex win there to keep this close. Havoc has been 17-19 in the last 24 hours, meaning he's playing a heavy volume of games today. He just came off a loss to Mist, so he's fighting for a bounce back in a match where he is usually the clear favorite. The question is if Ignis can maintain this lead. Ignis picks him off the ramp, snapping the run and taking 3 in a row. Havoc, rank 12, is really struggling to find an answer here. He takes a few hits, but manages to win the exchange, bringing it to 3-7. Quick exchange there, barely 2 seconds. Ignis pushes it to 8-3. Havoc is drowning. The underdog is flipping the script on this one. Ignis leads 8-4. He's completely defying the pre-match expectations here. While Havoc usually wins 59% of their head-to-head meetings, Ignis is the one controlling the pace. Havoc needs a serious adjustment after the break. Side swap time for a reset. Havoc chips away. Now trailing Ignis 5-8. This actually leads the all-time head-to-head 846-591. He takes a few hits but wins the trade, making it 2 in a row as he fights back. He barely survives that one with 47 HP. Boom. He makes it 3 in a row, continuing this climb after that early deficit. Our favorite is finally playing like the better man on the ladder. Unreal, he catches him from the ramp to tie it up at 8-8, making that 4 in a row. Ignis halts the slide and claims this one, moving ahead 9-8. Ignis actually holds the edge on this map over his opponent. Wow, he doesn't take a single hit to tie this up at 9-9, erasing that early deficit. Clean win there, didn't even take a hit. Ignis regains the lead, 10-9 to stop the bleed. Barely clung to that one with 47 HP left. Unreal? He doesn't take a single hit to tie this up at 10-10, continuing that gritty climb. Havoc doesn't take a single hit here, taking the lead 11-10 in this gritty comeback. Neither player can hold on to a lead for more than 1 round. We are headed straight for overtime. Both players sitting in the upper half of the ladder. Havoc catches him from the ramp to reach match point, showing incredible resilience after that early deficit. The favorite finally looks like the better man on the ladder. Insane Havoc survives a slugfest to win the map, completing a stunning comeback after trailing by 5. He really had to fight for this one, especially since Ignis usually plays better on this map. He just couldn't close the door. What a fight. Welcome to Red Line. Havoc and Mist face off now with the favorite looking to keep their lead. Havoc leads the head-to-head with 303 wins over Mist. Despite that long-term edge, Mist just beat him in their most recent meeting and is carrying that confidence into today. The question is whether Havoc can reclaim his historical advantage here. Mist takes him from the ramp to keep the momentum swinging his way. He's coming off a strong 70% run in his last 10. Mist picks him off the ramp to push the lead to 4-1. The underdog is playing exactly like he did in that 13-10 win. Mist holds a 3-2 grip as we hit round 5. Fast exchange, just a second and a half to end it. Havoc takes him from the ramp to seize the lead. The favorite is starting to exert that ladder edge. Havoc knocks him off the ramp. That's 3 in a row. Both players sitting in the upper half of the ladder here. Mist answers back quickly to tie things up at 4-4. A tight battle between two players in the upper half of the ladder. Havoc edges ahead 5-4 to reclaim the lead. Two players separated by just 2 spots on the ladder. Deadlocked at 5-5, Mist forces a total stalemate. Wow, a nice finish to keep this perfectly even. Mist is starting to pull away here, taking 3 of the last 4 to grab a 2-round lead. The underdog is mirroring that 13-10 victory from their last meeting. We're tied 6-6 at the half. This is tracking with expectations. Havoc is the favorite, but Mist is playing him close. Watch to see if Havoc can leverage that 71% head-to-head win rate to break the deadlock. Side swap, fresh start. Mist nudges ahead 7-6 to take a slim lead. Fast exchange, barely a second and a half to end it. 2 players separated by just 2 spots on the ladder. Havoc claws it back to tie this up at 7-7. Both players currently sitting in the top 15 of the ladder. Unreal. Mist catches him on the boxes and survives by a hair to make it 8-7. Insane. He survives on just 20 HP to take the lead. Mist is riding a 4-win streak in his last 10 matches, showing a level of consistency that's really bothering Havoc today. He's playing with an aggression that has flipped the script on the pre-match favorite. The big question is if Havoc can find a way to break this momentum before the gap widens further. Havoc answers back to make it 8-10, showing real resilience as he chips away at that lead. The favorite is fighting to close a 2-round gap. Havoc catches him from the ramp, snapping off 2 in a row to keep this comeback alive. The favorite is finally starting to push back. Boom. He takes him from the ramp to tie 10-10, making that 3 in a row. Pure chaos as the momentum completely flips on a dime. Another one, that's 4 in a row for Havoc to take the lead, 11-10. Another quick snap to keep this run rolling. Untouched. That's 5 straight for Havoc to reach match point. The favorite is finally asserting that ladder edge. Game over. He storms back from a 3-round deficit to take the map with 6 in a row. That closing run was everything. Mist played him incredibly close, but Havoc just wouldn't let him have this one. He had to work for that. Welcome to Italy. Ignis and Mist face off today, with the favorite looking to bounce back from a rough streak. Ignis holds a 65% win rate in their head-to-head history, which usually makes him the clear favorite here. However, Mist actually took their most recent meeting, so the question is whether that momentum carries over to this map. Ignis leads 2-1, putting the pressure on Mist now. He's currently sitting just one spot above him on the ladder. These rounds are over in a blink. Nobody is getting a second chance today. Coming off a tough 8-13 loss to him just now. Ignis pushes to 3-2, keeping the lead tight. Gone in under 2 seconds. Mist levels it up. We're all tied at 3-3. The underdog is flipping the script today. Less than a second. Ignis is reacting way faster than Mist right now. Under a second, just like that. Deadlocked at 4-4. Ignis and Mist are neck and neck. He's currently sitting just one spot above him on the ladder. Ignis edges ahead 5-4 to reclaim a slim advantage. Both players currently sitting in the upper half of the ladder. Total stalemate. Neither player can pull away for more than one round at a time here. Mist holds a slight edge on the ladder. Ignis pulls ahead 6-5, gripping a narrow lead. The favorite is starting to assert himself here. Ignis takes a 7-5 lead into the break. This tracks with the pre-match expectations, as the favorite uses that 65% head-to-head win rate to keep things under control. Mist stays within striking distance, but Ignis is in the driver's seat. Side swap, let's get it. Ignis is on a 3-round streak here, which is a sharp turn from his recent form. He struggled with a 5-loss streak in his last 10, so this surge is a welcome change of pace. The question is whether he can keep this momentum going to close it out. Mist snaps that run, showing some real grit to keep this close at 8-6. A much slower pace to that exchange. Ignis surges to 9-6, really pulling away now. Mist, rank 14 on the ladder, can't find the answer here. Clean kill for Mist, showing real resilience to keep this fight alive at 9-7. A bit more breathing room on that exchange. Ignis strikes again to make it 10-7. He's fighting to shake off 3 straight losses today. Mist reacts faster to keep this alive, showing real hard to close the gap to 10-8. Ignis is widening the gap here. Mist needs to find a way to string a few wins together fast. He's trying to forget that 8-13 loss to him earlier. Mist doesn't even take a hit on that one, showing real grit to bring it to 11-9. Clean exchange, barely a second and a half on that clock. Both players landed shots, but he manages to scrape through to make it 11-10. Both players were trading shots there, but he held on. Unreal. He doesn't take a single hit to level the score at 11-11, making it 3 straight. Wow, that's 4 in a row for Mist. He's completely flipped the script and has match point. A much longer fight to settle this one. Boom. Ignis shuts him down without taking a hit, forcing this into overtime at 12-12. Unreal. Mist doesn't take a single hit to close it out, completing the comeback to win it 13-12. Insane way for the underdog to seize the victory. We've hit total deadlock. Neither player can hold the lead for more than one round here. That one took much longer to say. Ignis is starting to pull ahead here, putting a real dent in Mist's momentum. The favorite is finally reclaiming the lead here. Both landed hits, but Mist wins the race to tie this up at 14-14. Both players traded blood, but he survived with 74 HP. He doesn't take a single hit to break the streak and reach match point. The underdog is completely flipping the pre-match expectations here. Ignis wipes him off the map without taking a hit, bringing us back to a 15-15 deadlock. Pure mirror image to the last round, just the opposite result. Mist clinches the lead at 16-15, barely hanging on. Absolute chaos. Ignis levels it 16-16 to force another tie. Ignis grabs the lead 17-16 with a clutch play. He's looking to avenge that 8-13 loss from earlier today. Exactly what the pre-match favorite was expected to do. Mist answers back to make it 18-17. Purely reactive, he refuses to let him pull away. Ignis surges to 19-17, putting the squeeze on Mist. He finally shakes off that losing streak and gets his revenge in overtime. Mist fought him every step of the way. What a match. Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Ignis face off on fast aim, with the favorite looking to stay on top. Havoc holds a 59% win rate in their head-to-head history, which is a significant edge considering how close they are on the ladder. He actually beat Ignis in their most recent meeting, so he'll be looking to get back on track quickly here. Havoc wins the race on the ramp to take a 3-round lead. He's riding some momentum after that 13-10 win over Mist. Ignis knocks him off the toolbox to tie this thing up. Both players sitting in the upper half of the ladder. Havoc holds the ramp and ends that in a blink. He's starting to pull ahead here. Gone in just over a second. Havoc leads 4-2 as Ignis struggles to respond. A mirror of their 13-11 clash on Mapas. Havoc picks him off the ramp to make it 3 in a row. The favorite is playing exactly to expectation here. Ignis shows some grit here to snap the run and bring it to 5-3. tough to swallow after that 5-second scrap. Underdog fighting to flip the script here. He makes it 2 in a row, showing real resilience to chip away at that lead. 2 quick bursts to bring this right back to a 1-round game. Havoc takes him from the ramp to keep this lead moving in his direction. He's currently ranked 12 on the ladder. Ignis plucks him off the ramp to keep this comeback alive before the break. Cleanly handled that exchange to close the half. Havoc leads 7-5 at the break. The favorite is holding his ground as expected, though Ignis is keeping this close. Havoc's 59% head-to-head win rate is showing here, but he'll need to tighten up to close this out. Side swap, fresh start. Havoc is 19-17 in the last 24 hours, and that steady form is carrying over into this lead. He has a habit of winning these matchups, having taken 4 of their last 5 meetings. The question is whether Ignis can break that pattern before the gap grows too wide. Whoa, a total slugfest! Ignis scrapes through with just 13 HP to make it 9-6. Insane to survive that with almost nothing left. Catches Havoc on the wine box to snap the streak and make it 9-7. The underdog is finally flipping the script here. He picks him off the wine box for 3 in a row. This comeback is becoming real. The underdog is completely erasing the expected gap here. Havoc catches him from the ramp to hold the slide, making it 10-8. He's currently sitting rank 12 on the ladder. Wow, Havoc survives a total war from the wine box to snap the streak and lead 11-8. Barely held on to that one with under 30 HP. Ignis plucks him off the wine box without taking a hit, showing real resilience to keep this comeback alive. Cleanly shut him down without taking a single point of damage. Havoc catches him from the wine box to reach match point at 12-9. The favorite is making the final push. Boom! Havoc catches him from the planks to take the map 13-9. He just keeps getting the better of Ignis. Another one for the record books to keep that head-to-head lead growing. Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Mist are facing off on Dunes, with the favorite looking for another win. Havoc holds a 71% win rate in their head-to-head history. He also took the victory in their most recent meeting, so he should have the mental edge here. The question is whether Mist can actually flip the script today. Mist leads 2-1 and is hunting for the sweep. Quickest kill of the match so far. Dead even now. These rounds are ending in a blink. Nobody's getting a second chance here. Coming off a 13-9 win against Ignis just now. Havoc pulls ahead 3-2, seizing the momentum. The rank 12 player playing exactly like the favorite. Mist ties it up 3-3. We're back to square one. Coming off a tough 10-13 loss to him on red line. Mist knocks him off the box and keeps this run alive. Pure speed under 2 seconds again. Total deadlock at 4-4. Havoc and Mist are mirrored. Havoc is on a 3-win streak in his last 10. Havoc nips ahead 5-4 to break the tie. Same time as the last round, down to the millisecond. Havoc snaps the run and keeps it rolling. 3 in a row for him. The favorite is playing exactly to expectations here. Havoc catches him from the box, making it 4 in a row before the break. Wraps the half with him firmly in control. Havoc leads 8-4. This is playing out exactly as we expected, with the favorite utilizing a 5-round win streak to take a comfortable lead. Mist needs a strong start on the other side to stay in this. Side swap, fresh start. Mist holds the high ground on the box and shuts him down. Both players sitting in the upper half of the ladder. He doesn't even take damage on that kill, making it 2 in a row as he claws back into this. The underdog is flipping the script we expected. Havoc is currently 19-17 in the last 24 hours and is playing with that confidence right now. He has already taken 2 wins against Mist today and is looking to make it a clean sweep of their recent meetings. Havoc hits 10-6, putting a stranglehold on this. Both players sitting in the upper half of the ladder. Havoc pushes to 10-7, keeping Mist at arm's length. Under 2 seconds again, just a blur. Havoc is putting some serious distance between them now. Mist is fighting an uphill battle to close this gap. Mist is refusing to go away, trading rounds here to keep this within reach. Mist is sitting at rank 16 on the ladder. Untouched. He snaps that streak and makes it 2 in a row, refusing to let this game slip. Havoc cleans him up without taking a hit, moving to match point at 12-9. Insane reaction time, just under 2 seconds again. Wow, he doesn't take a single hit. Mist keeps fighting back to make it 12-10. Blazing fast, barely over a second on that kill. He doesn't take a hit. Mist makes it 2 in a row, showing incredible resilience to keep this alive at 12-11. Unreal. Mist catches him from the box to tie it 12-12 and force overtime. Complete reversal of fortune as he wipes the slate clean. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. He shuts him down without taking a hit to lead 13-12. Havoc rank 12 on the ladder stays just ahead. Havoc is pulling away again, putting a 2-round cushion between him and Mist in overtime. Coming off a 13-11 victory over Ignis today. Doesn't even take a hit. Mist keeps his comeback alive to make it 14-13. The underdog is completely rewriting the script in overtime. absolute bloodbath. Mist survived the slugfest to tie it at 14-14 and keep this comeback alive. Both players trading heavy damage to get that tie. He wins the trade to take a 15-14 lead. Havoc is back at match point. A much slower pace on that kill, but he got it done. Game over. Havoc closes it out and takes the map. He had to survive a massive push in overtime to keep that head-to-head lead intact. Mist nearly flipped the script. What a fight. Welcome to the arena. Ignis and Mist face off today, with the favorite looking to keep their lead. We'll be right back with more action between Ignis and Mist here in the arena. And we are back live in the arena with Ignis and Mist locked at 0-all. Ignis holds a 65% win rate in their head-to-head history, making him the heavy favorite over the long term. But Mist just took their last meeting in a close battle and is looking to prove that gap is closing. The question is whether Ignis can reclaim his usual edge here. Mist leads 2-1 as Ignis fights to stay alive. The underdog is flipping the script early here. Whoa, that was over in a blink. These rounds are getting faster and faster. Boom, that was under a second. Mist edges it 3-2 as Ignis struggles to answer. Two upper half players battling it out on the ladder. Mist pushes to 4-2, leaving Ignis in a hole. Mist is fighting to shake a 3-loss streak in recent form. Unreal. A total bloodbath where Ignis survives on a mere 3 HP to make it 3-4. He's coming off a tight 19-17 win against him recently. Ignis is currently 11-13 in the last 24 hours, struggling to find a consistent gear today. He just came off a loss to Havoc, and that lack of momentum is showing in this scoreline. It remains to be seen if he can stop this slide before the halftime break. Ignis claws back to tie it up at 5 apiece. Both sitting in the upper half of our rating. Mist snaps that mini run and regains the lead as we approach the half. The 16th player on our rating is fighting for control here. They're all tied up at 6-6. This half tracked the pre-match expectations of a close battle, though Ignis hasn't pulled away despite his 65% head-to-head win rate. We'll see who takes the lead after the switch. Side swap, fresh start now. Mist sneaks ahead 7-6 to grab the lead. The underdog is playing right to the expectations today. Mist extends the gap to 8-6, putting on a clinic. Coming off a tough 14-16 loss to Havoc earlier today. Ignis keeps this incredibly tight. We're basically seeing a coin flip as they trade rounds here. Mist is struggling with a 3-loss streak in recent form. Ignis forces a deadlock at 8-all, total stalemate now. He's currently ranked 14 on our rating. Mist pulls ahead 9-8, seizing the momentum. He's currently sitting at 16-21 over the last 24 hours. Mist is building some real momentum here, taking 3 of the last 4 to pull away. The favorite is really struggling to find an answer today. He doesn't miss. That's 3 in a row for Mist, and he takes 0 damage. The underdog is flipping the script on the favorite today. He doesn't even take a hit 4 in a row for Mist, and is now at match point. Insane. He's just not taking any damage right now. Wait, Ignis snaps the run with a clean hit, keeping himself in this. Wow, he just shut the door on that run. He does it again. 2 in a row for Ignis, who refuses to go away at 10-12. The favorite is finally finding some footing late here. He does it again. That's 3 straight for Ignis, who is refusing to let this match slip away. The favorite is finally asserting his authority. Unreal. He makes it 4 in a row to force a deadlock at 12-12, sending this to overtime. Mist shuts him down without taking a single hit to make it 13-12. Clean hit to shut down that comeback attempt. He doesn't take a hit. Ignis answers back in under a second to tie it at 13-13. He does it again. Ignis keeps this comeback alive to take a 14-13 lead. The favorite's finally playing to his seed. Absolute perfection. He takes 0 damage to make it 3 in a row and hit match point. Clean kill to wrap it up. Boom, he closes it out without taking a hit, completing the comeback to take the map. He really had to dig deep in overtime to keep that head-to-head record in his favor. Mist pushed him to the absolute limit. What a fight! Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Ignis meet on Orange, where the favorite faces a tough test today. Havoc holds a 59% win rate in their all-time head-to-head history. He's carrying that edge into today after beating Ignis in their most recent meeting, and the early momentum is staying on his side. The question is if Ignis can break that pattern here. Havoc leads 2-1 as Ignis fights to stay alive. Quick reflex win there to keep it close. Ignis is on a roll here, erasing that early lead in a flash to even things up. Underdog flipping the script early here. Ignis catches him off the ramp, making it 3 in a row. Underdog flipping the script despite Havoc's rank 11 standing. He doesn't miss. That's 4 in a row for Ignis, who takes this one without taking a hit. Coming off a tight 16-13 win against Mist just now. Havoc snaps the round, bringing the score to 3-4. He's carrying a 4-win streak into this one. Havoc levels it at 4-4. We're deadlocked now. He's playing as the favorite here, sitting at rank 11 on the ladder. Ignis edges ahead 5-4, snatching back the lead. He's sitting at rank 14 on the ladder. Wow, that was instant. These rounds are over in a blink. Nobody's getting a second chance today. Ignis catches Havoc right off the ramp to extend his lead. Quick trade there to reclaim the lead. Quick exchange there, but he survives with 74 HP. Ignis leads 7-5 at the break. This is a surprise start, as the underdog is defined a 59% head-to-head win rate. Havoc usually holds. Ignis played the better half, and now Havoc has to fight back from behind. Side swap time for a reset. Ignis is currently 12-13 in the last 24 hours, but he is playing far above that average today. Despite Havoc being the clear favorite in the betting outlook, he can't seem to find a way to slow this momentum down. Ignis pulls further ahead, now leading 9-6. Barely survived that one with 48 HP. Coming off a 19-17 win against Mist earlier today. Ignis is pulling away now. A 4-round lead is a dangerous place for Havoc to be. Clean kill there. Didn't even take a hit. He snaps that run and keeps it rolling. 3 in a row for Ignis. The underdog is completely flipping the script on the favorite here. Havoc takes this one from the ramp, bringing the score to 7-11. Coming off a 13-9 win against him on fast aim recently. A scrap for the ages, but Ignis comes out on top to reach match point. Insane grit to survive that with 74 HP left. Boom, 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 both. He just completely rewrote the history books on this one, ignoring that head-to-head slump to take down the favorite. Ignis takes it. Welcome to Italy. Havoc and Mist are facing off with the favorite looking to maintain their lead today. Havoc holds a commanding 71% win rate in their head-to-head history. That psychological edge is reinforced by the fact that Havoc just beat Mist twice in the last hour. The question is whether Mist can break this pattern before the gap widens. Havoc leads 2-1 as Mist fights to stay alive. Havoc, rank 11 on the ladder, stays in control. These rounds are over in a blink. Nobody is getting a second chance today. Fast exchange there to bring this one right back to even. Mist surges ahead 3-2 to seize the momentum. The underdog is flipping the script on the favorite here. Havoc locks it at 3-3, bringing us dead even. Coming off a strong 1916 day so far. Havoc is starting to pull away here, taking 3 in a row to build a lead. That one was over in a heartbeat. Havoc walks away without taking a hit, taking 3 in a row to lead 5-3. The favorite is asserting the control we expected here. Untouched, and under a second he makes it 4 in a row to lead 6-3. He doesn't even take a hit. That's 5 in a row for Havoc. He's coming off a 13-10 win against him an hour ago. Mist snaps that run with a clean kill just before the break. Upper half of the ladder, trying to close the gap here. Havoc leads 7-5 at the break. This follows the pre-match script, as the favorite uses a 5-round run to keep Mist at arm's length. We'll see if Mist can close this 2-round gap after the switch. Side swap, time for a reset. Havoc is currently on a 4-win streak across his last few matches. This run of form is creating a clear gap between him and Mist, who has dropped 4 in a row. The question now is whether Mist can snap that slide before Havoc pulls further away. Havoc pushes to 9-6, putting a serious dent in Mist. He's coming off a 16-14 win against him on Dunes. Havoc is pulling away here. Mist needs to find a way to break this slide before the door closes. A top quartile player, showing why he's the favorite here. He breaks that streak and keeps it rolling. 3 in a row to lead 11-6. He's riding a 4-win streak in his recent form. Another clean hit, he makes it 4 in a row and reaches match point. Pure speed on that kill to keep the momentum rolling. Wow. Mist snaps the run with a clean hit to keep himself in this insane reflex to stop that slide right there. Unreal. Both players dump their clips into each other, but he survives by a thread to make it 2 in a row. Whoa, a total slugfest. He survives with just 13 HP to make it 3 in a row. Pure grit to survive 2 in a row on a sliver of health. Boom. He catches him cold to close it out. Havoc wins the map 13-9. Mist really pushed him to the brink with those low HP scrambles, but he just couldn't flip the script. Hard fought win. Welcome to Berserk League. Ignis and Mist take on Fast Aim, with the favorite looking to keep their streak alive. Ignis holds a 65% win rate in their head-to-head history. That long-term edge is playing out right now, especially since Ignis just beat Mist in their most recent meeting. The question is if Mist can break that pattern today. Ignis leads 2-1, putting the pressure on Mist. Whoa, barely survived that one with 30 HP. Both of them surviving on 30 HP or less now. Both of them fought for the ramp, but Mist takes it to seize the lead. Pure speed on that one, just under 2 seconds. Mist catches him from the ramp and doesn't take a single hit, 3 in a row. The underdog is flipping the script here. Untouched, that's 4 in a row for Mist, who's now 2 rounds ahead. The clear favorite is looking very vulnerable right now. Ignis answers back to snap that run, bringing the score to 3-4. Coming off a 13-7 win against Havoc today. Ignis takes him from the ramp and swings the lead back in their favor. Both of these guys sit in the upper half of the ladder. Ignis catches him from the ramp for 3 in a row, taking the lead 5-4. The favorite is firmly back in control. He doesn't even take a hit. That's 4 in a row for Ignis, making it 6-4. Both of these guys sit in the upper half of the ladder. Mist snaps the run with a 1-second burst to tighten the gap before the break. Clean finish to wrap the half. Ignis leads 7-5 at the break. This follows the script as the favorite maintains a slim edge despite both players trading 4-round streaks. Ignis is leaning on a 65% lifetime head-to-head win rate to stay ahead. Side swap, fresh start. Ignis has been a 13-13 player over the last 24 hours, but he's playing much better than that average today. He's currently on a 2-game winning streak, and that momentum is carrying him toward a quick finish here. The question is whether Mist can find a way to break this rhythm. Wow, a complete scrap. Ignis barely survives that bloodbath to move ahead 9-6. Unreal. He's just refusing to go down in these scraps. Mist catches him from the ramp without taking a hit, showing real resilience to keep this close. The underdog is refusing to let the favorite pull away. Ignis, He's riding a 2-game winning streak into this stretch. Ignis knocks him off the ramp to pull 4 rounds ahead. He's sitting at rank 14 on the ladder right now. Mist knocks him off the ramp to keep this within reach. Took a bit longer to resolve that one, but he gets the kill. Mist picks him off the ramp to snap that streak and keep this comeback alive. Mist, rank 21 on the ladder, refuses to fold. Ignis catches him from the ramp without taking a hit, bringing the score to 12-9 for match point. The favorite is finally reclaiming the momentum. Boom! Ignis drops him off the ramp to close it out and take the map. He just couldn't shake that head-to-head curse. Mist fought hard, but Ignis keeps owning this match. Welcome to Redline. Havoc and Ignis face off today with the favorite looking for a strong win. Havoc catches him right on the ramp to take the first. The favorite starts fast after a tough loss to him earlier today. Unreal. A complete bloodbath that leaves him with just 7 HP to tie it 1-1. He's already beaten Havoc 13-7 earlier today. Havoc holds a 59% win rate in their all-time head-to-head history. While Ignis took the most recent encounter, the long-term data suggests Havoc usually has the upper hand here. The question is whether that historical edge can override Ignis' current momentum. Ignis' edge is ahead 3-2, putting the pressure on Havoc. 2 in a row and both under 2 seconds. Dead even at 6-all. Neither of these two can seem to pull away today. The favorite is fighting to stay on top here. Havoc claws back the lead, making it 4-3. Another one gone in a single second. Wow, a total slugfest. He barely survives with 21 HP to make it 3 in a row. Both players take heavy damage, but he digs deep to make it 4 in a row. The favorite is taking full control now. He doesn't even take a hit. That's 5 in a row to make it 7-3. Our top quartile player is asserting his authority here. Both take heavy damage, but he manages to keep the streak alive at 8-3 before the break. A clean finish to wrap up the first half. Havoc leads 9-3. This is playing out exactly as expected, with the favorite taking over after a 7-round win streak. Ignis needs a strong start on the other side to stop this slide. Side swap, fresh start for Ignis. Ignis catches him right on the ramp to keep this series within reach. Ignis is coming off a strong 13-9 win against Mist today. Ignis is on a 3-win streak in his last 10 matches and he's carrying that momentum into this second half. He's already beaten Havoc today, so he knows exactly how to break through the favorite's defense. We'll see if he can keep this run going to close the gap. Four in a row. He keeps climbing back into this after that early deficit. The underdog is completely flipping the script here. He picks him off the ramp. That's 5 straight as he continues this climb. The favorite is suddenly fighting for air here. Boom. He doesn't even take a hit to tie it 9-9, completing a 6-round tier. He absorbs a few hits but manages to fire back, snapping that streak to make it 10-9. The number 11 player on the ladder regains his footing. He blasts him off the ramp without taking a hit to tie it 10-10. The underdog has completely erased that early deficit. We've seen a total stalemate lately, but Havoc finally breaks the tie to pull ahead again. The higher rated player is trying to stabilize here. Clean as can be, he doesn't take a single hit to tie it 11-11, showing incredible resilience. Both players trade heavy hits, but Ignis survives the scrap to reach match point. A gritty scrap that finally tips the scale in his favor. Insane. He picks him off the ramp to complete the comeback and take the map. He just can't get the better of Ignis today. A huge upset for the favorite after that wild back and forth. What a fight. Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Mist face off on Dunes, with the favorite looking to keep their streak alive. Havoc has a 71% win rate in their head-to-head history. He just beat Mist earlier today, and the psychological edge is clearly carrying over into this match. The question is whether Mist can break that pattern. Mist leads 2-1, putting the pressure on Havoc. Havoc, rank 12 on the ladder, needs to stabilize. These rounds are over in a blink. Nobody is getting a second chance today. Fastest kill of the match so far. Mist pushes ahead 3-2, leaving Havoc chasing the lead. Mist is fighting through a 6-loss streak in his last 10. Wow, Mist knocks him off the box and barely survives with a sliver of health. Insane. He's walking away with just 19 health. Mist catches him on the box for 3 in a row, taking full control. The underdog is flipping the script on the favorite here. Whoa, Havoc knocks him off the box and survives by a threat to keep this comeback alive. Both players now have a survival under 30 health this set. Havoc knocks him off the box, snapping the streak and continuing this gritty comeback. Fastest kill of the last few rounds. Boom. He wipes the slate clean in, under a second to tie it. 5-5. The favorite is officially back in the driver's seat. Mist shuts him down without taking a hit to reclaim the lead before the break. Clean win for him to close out the half. Six at the half. This is tracking expectations as Havoc is holding his own despite Mist fighting back. Havoc maintains a 71% head-to-head win rate, and he'll look to use that history to pull away in the second half. Side swap, fresh start. Mist edges ahead 7-6 to reclaim a slim lead. He's trying to shake off a rough 16-20 day. Havoc doesn't take a single hit here to tie it 7-7, showing real resilience in this comeback. Mist grabs an 8-7 lead to steal the momentum. Sub-second kill to push the lead back. Havoc doesn't even take a hit to tie this up at 8-8, continuing his steady climb back into the match. Unreal, he survives a total bloodbath with just 12 health to make it 9-8. Absolute bloodbath for him to edge that one out. Another slugfest. He digs deep to survive the chaos and tie this up at 9-9. Tough to breathe in this one. Both players just barely surviving. Havoc picks him off the box to take the lead 10-9, refusing to go away. The favorite's finally starting to distance himself. He keeps it rolling. 3 in a row for Havoc to make it 11-9. The favorite is finally asserting that ladder gap. Mist shuts him down without taking a hit to pull it back to 11-10. Mist is fighting to avoid another 9-13 result against him. Mist is on a roll here, erasing that lead and bringing us right back to a dead heat. Both players sitting in the upper half of our rating. Havoc digs deep to take the lead 12-11, putting himself on match point after an incredible fight back. The favorite. Boom. He closes it out to win the map, completing an incredible fight back after trailing by 3. He really had to sweat it out, but that head-to-head history is just too hard to ignore. Mist fought like crazy. What a fight. Welcome to Berserk League. Ignis and Mist take on Orange, with the favorite looking to keep their streak alive. Ignis holds a 65% win rate in their head-to-head history, a gap that usually defines this matchup. Mist has been struggling lately, but he's looking to prove those historical numbers don't matter today. The question is whether Ignis can regain control early. Mist leads 2-1 as Ignis fights to stay alive, coming off a tough 9-13 loss to him just now. These rounds are over in a blink. Mist is just blinking and winning right now. Underdog flipping the script after those recent losses to him. He doesn't even take a hit. 3 in a row for Mist. Mist is playing like a man with nothing to lose. Both players trade heavy damage, but it comes out on top. That's 4 in a row. He's erasing that 13-9 loss from their last meeting. He doesn't even take a hit. 5 in a row for Mist. 1 second. He's just deleting him now. He doesn't even take a scratch. That's 6 in a row for Mist. The ladder favorite is completely locked out here. A scrap for survival, but he closes it out. 7 in a row for Mist. Complete reversal of that 13-9 result they just had. Whoa, a total slugfest where Ignis barely survives with 16 HP to break the run. The rank 13 player finally finds an opening. Ignis enters this set with a 15-13 record over the last 24 hours, showing a much steadier hand today despite that recent form and his higher rank on the ladder. He's unable to slow Mist down here. The question is if Ignis can find a way to stop this slide before it's over. Mist leads 10-2 at the break. This is a total shock given Ignis wins 65% of their head-to-head matches. The underdog is playing far above his rank and has the favorite on the ropes. Side swap, time for a reset. Mist holds a commanding 10-3 lead as we resume. Clean win, no damage taken. Coming off that 13-7 win against Havoc earlier. 1.5 seconds. Mist is just too fast for him right now. Mist is fighting for a 6-loss streak in his last 10. He breaks that streak and puts the match on the line at 12-3. The ladder favorite is completely dismantled here. Boom! He closes the door with 3 in a row to take the map. He just completely ignored the history books today. Mist really shook the rankings with that performance. Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Ignis face off on Mappas with the favorite looking for a strong win today. Havoc leads the head-to-head 848-593 over a long history, while Ignis actually took their most recent meeting. Havoc typically holds the upper hand in this rivalry. The question is whether that historical edge will carry him through today. Havoc edges ahead 2-1. Ignis needs a response now. Pure speed on that kill, just 2 seconds. Ignis catches him right on the ramp to tie this up. 2-2. Ignis is playing like the favorite here. Ignis surges ahead 3-2, seizing all the momentum. Under 2 seconds for that kill. Havoc strikes back to lock this at 3-3. Our top quartile player is fighting to stay ahead. Ignis is starting to pull away here, capitalizing on that momentum to take a 2-round lead. He's playing like the underdog who knows how to win this match. Havoc levels it at 4-4. We are deadlocked. Havoc's 70% recent form is starting to peek through. Havoc breaks the tie to lead 5-4. The favorite is starting to assert himself here. Whoa! A complete scrap that he survives. 3 in a row for Havoc. Barely survived that one with only 36 HP. Havoc takes a chunk of damage but wins the fight, making it 4 in a row before the break. Another tight fight, but he secures it before the break. Havoc leads 8-4 at the break. This is playing out exactly as expected for the favorite, who used a 5-round win streak to pull away. Ignis needs to flip the script after the switch. Side swap, time for a reset. Havoc is sitting on a 1917 record over the last 24 hours, and we're seeing that consistency pay off here. While Ignis usually holds a slight edge on this map, Havoc's recent form is completely overriding that history. He's essentially playing a different game right now. He snaps that streak right back, making it 3 in a row to lead 11-4. The number 11 player on the ladder is just taking over. Ignis snaps the run with a clean shot in under a second. He's coming off a 15-14 run over the last day. He takes a clean fight to reach match point, leading 12-5. The favorite is simply too strong here. Ignis doesn't let him close it out here, taking a clean fight to make it 12-6. Our top quartile player just gets a brief reprieve. Boom, Havoc wins the fight and takes the map. 13-6. He just completely ignored the map history here. Havoc had his number all day long. Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Mist face off on fast aim with the favorite looking for another win. Havoc takes it from the ramp, and that head-to-head history is already starting to show. Coming off that 13-6 win against Ignis, he's looking sharp. Havoc has won 71% of their lifetime encounters. That history is weighing heavy on Mist, who struggled to close out their last meeting as well. The question is whether Mist can break this pattern before the lead grows. Mist answers back quickly, showing some grit to keep this close at 3-1. That was a lightning fast exchange to get him back in it. Havoc catches him from the wine box, quickly pushing the lead to 4-1. The top quartile player is asserting his authority early. Havoc extends the gap to 5-1. Mist is reeling. Mist 30. He catches Mist on the ramp for 3 in a row, taking a 6-1 lead. Just like that 13-11 result they had on Dunes. Mist snaps the run with a clean hit, bringing it to 6-2. That was a blink and you miss it exchange. Havoc is 19-17 in the last 24 hours, but is currently struggling to maintain his lead. This suggests his overall day is balanced, unlike Mist, who is fighting to climb back into a game where he's usually the underdog. The question is if Mist can actually flip the script here. Havoc picks him off the ramp and is just not letting Mist get any breathing room here. Mist rank 20 on the ladder, can't find an answer. Havoc leads 9-3. This is playing out exactly as expected, with Havoc using that 71% lifetime win rate to keep Mist off balance. Mist needs a big shift after the switch to stay in this. Side swap time for a reset. Mist claws one back, but Havoc holds a 9-4 lead. Quick exchange, just over 2 seconds to end that. Coming off a 13-3 win over Ignis, he knows how to close. Mist finds another, but Havoc still clings to 9-5. Havoc catches him from the ramp, shutting down that mini run and pulling further ahead. The rank 11 player is just too consistent here. Havoc picks him off the ramp and the gap is just widening at this point. The favorite's holding steady here. Mist knocks him off the toolbox, refusing to let the lead get any wider. Clean hit to keep this within shouting distance. Havoc deletes him in under a second to reach match point at 12-6. Pure reflex, barely a second to end that one. Unreal. He survives on just 12 HP to take the map. 13-6. He just had Mist's number all day. That head-to-head history is a nightmare to climb out of. Welcome to Redline. Ignis and Mist face off today, with the favorite looking to secure another victory. Ignis holds a significant edge in the head-to-head, winning 65% of their meetings. Mist did manage to blow him out in their most recent clash, so the question is whether that momentum carries over here. Ignis picks him up from the ramp, keeping this early lead moving. The favorite's looking for another clean sweep here. He catches him from the ramp for 3 in a row, completely taking over. The favorite's looking a lot stronger than that last 3-13 loss. Mist wins the trade-off on the ramp, showing some resilience to make it 3-1. Quick exchange, but he kept his composure to take it. Wow, a total slugfest. He barely scrapes through that one to make it 4-1. Insane. He survives that with only 21 HP. Mist knocks him off the ramp without taking a hit, showing some real grit to make it 4-2. Cleanest kill of the set. Just a total shutout. He picks him off the ramp, continuing this climb back into the game. The underdog is flipping the script here. He knocks him off the ramp to tie it 4-4, completing the comeback from 3 down. Total reset, we're staring at a dead hit here. Ignis answers back with a clean hit to reclaim the lead, 5-4. The number 14 on the ladder, showing his class. Unreal. He survives a total bloodbath with just 5 HP to make it 6-4. Whoa, he's just refusing to die in these. He survives a heavy trade to make it 3 straight, snapping the streak before the break. Quick exchange there, just a fast hit to seal it. Ignis leads 7-5 these half tracks with the pre-match raid though. Mist kept it close with a 3-round streak of his own. Ignis is leveraging that 65% head-to-head advantage to keep a slim lead. Side swap, fresh start. He doesn't even take a hit here, continuing to fight back and pulling it to 7-6. Purely a reflex win, just a blink and it was over. Insane. He survives a total war of attrition with only 13 HP to tie it 7-7. Ignis edges ahead, 8-7, reclaiming that narrow lead. Our rank 14 player reclaiming control here. Boom! He wipes him out in under a second to tie it 8-8, showing incredible resilience. Ignis pulls ahead 9-8 to break that deadlock. Still looking to avenge that 3-13 loss from earlier today. Mist wipes him off the ramp without taking a hit, tying this up at 9-9. Underdog pushing back against the ladders, rank 14. Ignis picks him up from the ramp, pulling ahead just as this set reaches the boiling point. Mist is struggling with a 20% win rate in his last 10. He fights his way back to a tie at 10-10, refusing to let this lead slip. The underdog is completely erasing the gap tonight. Mist shuts him down without taking a hit, snapping that streak to take the lead 11-10. The underdog completely flipping the pre-match expectations. Ignis takes him from the ramp to tie it up. We are headed straight for a deadlock here. Coming off a tough 6-13 loss to Havoc today. Ignis catches him from the ramp for a perfect round, hitting match point at 12-11. Cleanest hit of the set to seize the advantage. Unreal. Mist doesn't take a single hit to tie the 12-12, forcing this into overtime. These rounds are ending in a blink. There's absolutely no room for error when the reaction times are this fast. Rank 14 on the ladder, showing his strength here. Ignis is starting to pull away here, putting some real distance between himself and the underdog. Mist just shuts him down without taking a hit, refusing to let this lead go. quick reaction there to keep this series alive. Boom, Ignis catches him from the ramp for a perfect round to reach match point 15-13. The favorite finally puts his foot down. Mist wins the trade-off on the ramp without taking a hit, showing incredible resilience to keep this alive. Total shutdown to keep this series breathing. Boom, Ignis knocks him off the ramp to close it out and take the map. He really had to dig deep for that one in overtime, especially after barely scraping through twice under 30 HP. Mist pushed him to the limit. He had to work for that. Welcome to the arena. Havoc enters as the favorite today, but Ignis is ready to challenge them in this duel. Wow, a total slugfest. Havoc scrapes through that one with almost nothing left to take the lead, 1-0. Ignis catches Havoc right off the Tetris to even this up quickly. Ignis looking to avenge that 6-13 loss from earlier today. Havoc holds a 59% win rate in their head-to-head history, but that historical edge isn't showing up here. Ignis is playing the underdog role well and is currently defying the ladder gap between them. The question is whether Havoc can reclaim control before this gets out of hand. Unreal. He doesn't take a single point of damage to make it 4 in a row. Havoc, top quartile on the ladder, is struggling to find answers. He stays completely untouched during the exchange, 5 in a row for Ignis. Coming off 3 straight wins today, but he stalled out here. Another clean win. He makes it 6 in a row and keeps the pressure on. Going in under 3 seconds. Finally, Havoc snaps the run with a clean kill to make it 2-6. Gone in under 2 seconds. Havoc has a 2016 record over the last 24 hours, and that overall momentum is starting to kick in here. He already beat Ignis 13-6 in their previous meeting today, so he knows exactly how to break through. Now we see if he can erase this deficit entirely. Ignis claims this one, pushing the lead to 7-4 before the break. Wraps the half with a clean look at the lead. Ignis leads 7-5. The underdog is flipping the script on the favorite here, leaning on a 51% map win rate to stay ahead. Havoc is fighting back, but is currently trailing the pace. Side swap, fresh start. Insane. He survives on a sliver of health after a brutal exchange to make it 8-5. Whoa, barely hanging on with just 6 HP left. He doesn't take a single hit, showing real resilience as he chips away at the lead. The favorite is finally starting to push back. Ignis holds firm at 9-6 to maintain the gap. Quick exchange, gone in under 2. He keeps clawing back, refusing to let the gap widen as it's now 7-9. The ladder favorite is finally finding a way to bridge the gap. He doesn't take a single hit, making it 2 in a row as he continues to climb back. Ignis catches Havoc right off the Tetris to keep this gap from closing. The number 14 on the ladder isn't folding under the pressure. He catches him from the ramp without taking a hit, continuing this climb back into the game. Whoa! Ignis knocks him off the Tetris in a total scrap, surviving with nearly nothing left. Brutal exchange, but he holds the line with just 25 HP. He shuts down the comeback attempt without taking a hit, putting Ignis at match point. The underdog is now just 1 kill from the upset. Boom! Ignis shuts it down without taking a hit to take the map. He really fought through the noise to get this one. Havoc had the history, but he couldn't close the door. Hard fought. Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Mist take on Orange, with the favorite looking to keep their lead. Havoc has won 71% of their head-to-head meetings over time. He's currently riding a wave of form that Mist just can't seem to match, especially after their last meeting ended in a blowout. The question is whether Mist can break that psychological wall today. Havoc leads 2-1. Mist is fighting for a lifeline. Mist is playing for a reversal after that 6-13 loss earlier today. Mist has all the momentum now, taking 2 in a row to pull this level. No 22 player on the ladder is playing like the favorite. Havoc catches Mist right off the ramp and puts the lead back in his pocket. He's the top quartile talent here, and it's starting to show. Havoc pushes to 4-2, putting a grip on this. Fast kills here, that's 2 under 2 seconds. Mist claws back, leaving Havoc clinging to a 4-3 lead. Fast exchange, barely 2 seconds to decide it. Mist has completely flipped the script here, taking the lead after a 3-round swing. Havoc is the higher rated player on the ladder here. Unreal, he takes that without taking a single hit, making it 3 in a row. Subdue seconds, again he's just outshooting him right now. 4 in a row for Mist, extending the lead to 6-4. The underdog is completely ignoring the ladder gap here. Havoc survives a messy exchange to snap the run just before the break. Tight window on that one, just a second and a half. Six at the break. This is tracking with expectations as Havoc holds his own despite Mist's 4-round streak. He'll need to lean on that 71% head-to-head win rate to pull ahead after the switch. Fresh start after the switch. Havoc edges ahead 7-6 to reclaim the lead. He's been one of the most active players today with 20 wins. Mist forces a deadlock at 7-7. We are tied, coming off a tough 14-16 loss to Ignis today. Havoc is starting to pull away here, taking 2 of the last 3 to build a cushion. He's currently 11 on the ladder. Mist is struggling with a 10% win rate in his last 10 matches. His slump is clashing with Havoc's current momentum, and the scoreline is starting to reflect that disparity. The big question is if Mist can find a way to stop this slide before the gap becomes too wide. Havoc stretches it to 10-8, pulling further ahead. Quick exchange there. Barely 2 seconds on the clock. Neither one can hold the lead. They've traded 4 straight rounds to bring this right back to a 1-round gap. He's fighting to avoid a repeat of that 6-13 loss earlier. Havoc is starting to pull ahead as we hit the final stretch here. He's the most active player in the league today with 20 wins. They've traded 4 straight rounds now. We're basically looking at a coin flip to see who takes this. Mist is on a roll now. 3 wins in a row to take the lead in this deadlock. Blazing fast, just over a second to end that. Havoc deletes him in just over a second to reach match point 12-11. The slight favorite puts himself in the driver's seat. Boom! He shuts the door without taking a hit to take the map 13-11. Mist threw everything he had at him, but that head-to-head history just keeps haunting him. He had to work for that. What a fight. Welcome to Berserk League. Ignis and Mist take on the Dunes with the favorite looking to keep their streak alive.
Whoa.
Ignis survives a total slugfest with just 13 HP left to take the lead 1-0. Coming off a 13-9 win over Havoc just now. Ignis leads the head-to-head 436-232 over Mist. That history is playing out right now as Mist has struggled in his last few matches while Ignis comes in with a win over Havoc. The question is whether Mist can break this pattern. Absolute chaos there. Both players trading heavy damage before he secures 4 in a row. He's coming in as the clear favorite for a reason. Mist snaps the run with a clean kill to make it 4-1. Done in under 2 seconds. He doesn't take a single hit, making it 2 in a row as he claws back into this. The underdog is flipping the script here. Unreal, he doesn't take a single hit for 3 in a row, raising almost the entire lead. Insane, he hasn't even let a single bullet touch him. Ignis halts the run and pulls ahead 5-3. His rank 13 status is showing against a struggling Mist. Ignis takes him from the box and he's starting to build some real distance here. He doesn't even take a hit. 3 in a row for Ignis, making it 7-3. That's 4 in a row for Ignis, completely shutting down the comeback before the break. Wraps the half with a commanding 5-round lead. Ignis leads 8-4. This half follows the script, with the favorite staying ahead despite a brief scare from Mist. Ignis holds a 65% win rate in their head-to-head history and is using that edge to keep control here. Side swap, fresh start. Mist has only a 10% win rate in his last 10 matches. That slump is colliding with a tough matchup here, as he's currently failing to find any answers for the favorite. We have to wonder if he can stop this slide before the match is over. Ignis hits double digits, pushing the lead to 10-5. Gone in under 2 seconds. These rounds are ending in a blink. Ignis is just too quick for him right now. Mirroring that 16-14 result from their last meeting. He breaks the comeback and hits 3 in a row. Match point for Ignis. The favorite is just too strong here. Mist catches him clean and doesn't take a single hit to keep this alive. Wow, he didn't let a single bullet touch him there. He does it again. 2 in a row for Mist, who stays completely untouched. Boom. He shuts the door with a clean kill to take the map. 13-7. He just had too much of a grip on this matchup. Mist fought hard, but Ignis continues to own this rivalry. Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Ignis face off on Italy, where the favorite looks to secure another win. Havoc holds a long-term lead of 849 wins over Ignis in their head-to-head history. Despite that historical edge, Ignis took their most recent encounter and carries that momentum into this match. The question is if the favorite can reclaim control here. Ignis leads 2-1 and is smelling blood now. Havoc top quartile on the ladder, keeps this close. These rounds are over in a blink. Havoc is just out reacting him right now. Coming off a 13-11 win against Mist earlier. Boom. He doesn't take a single hit, making it 3 in a row. The favorite is asserting that historical edge now. Ignis shuts him down without taking a hit, leveling the score at 3-3. He's coming off a strong 13-7 win against Mist. Ignis edges ahead 4-3 with a clinical play. The underdog is flipping the script here. He doesn't even take a hit, making it 3 in a row for Ignis. Under a second for that kill. He's just too fast. That's 4 in a row without taking a single hit. Ignis is playing like the favorite now. Unreal. He doesn't take a single hit, extending the streak to 5 in a row. Similar to their last meeting on Blame map. 6 in a row for Ignis, who doesn't take a hit before the break. Pure lockdown. He didn't even take a hit. Ignis leads 8-4. The underdog is defying the odds and putting the favorite on his heels. That 6-round streak shifted everything, and Havoc needs a strong start after the switch to stop this upset. Havoc needs a total reset here. Havoc is 2016 in the last 24 hours and he's finally translating that form into this match. He spent the day fighting through tight games, so this little run of rounds shows he's found his footing. The question is if he can keep this pace to erase the deficit. Ignis holds a commanding 10-5 lead over Havoc. Half a second, he didn't even give him time to react. Havoc is chipping away at that lead. He can't let Ignis string another run together if he wants this win. Ignis is pulling away. He's trading rounds with Havoc, but the gap is starting to feel insurmountable. He snaps the streak with a sub-second kill, putting Ignis on match point at 12-6. He survives a trade-off to keep this alive, leaving Ignis needing one more for the win. Wow, he barely took any damage there. He doesn't take a single hit for 2 in a row, keeping Ignis at match point. He doesn't take a single hit, making it 3 in a row to keep Ignis at match point. The favorite is finally fighting back to close the gap. Boom. He survives the trade-off to shut the door and take the map. He really fought back to keep it close, but Ignis just had his number today. Another upset for the books. He had to work for that. Welcome to Berserk League. Havoc and Mist face off on fast aim, with the favorite looking to secure another win. Mist catches Havoc right off the ramp to take the early lead. Havoc, top quartile on the ladder, needs a response here. Mist picks him right off the bricks. These rounds are ending in a blink. Havoc leads their head-to-head 309-125 historically. Mist has a 10% win rate in his last 10 matches, which suggests a real struggle to close things out lately. He's fighting a losing streak today, but he's keeping this close despite Havoc being the favorite. The question is if Mist can actually hold the lead here. Havoc doesn't take a single hit, making it 3 in a row to take the lead. He's coming off a 13-11 win against him just now. He catches him from the ramp to make it 4 in a row. The favorite is fully asserting that rating gap now. He doesn't even take a hit, keeping the run alive for 5 in a row. Cleanest 5 rounds we've seen all day. Boom! Mist knocks him off the ramp to snap the run and keep this fight alive. Quick reflex skill to put a stop to that run. Havoc is sitting at 2017 in the last 24 hours, keeping his momentum steady across a long day of play. It contrasts sharply with Mist, who has struggled to find a win in his most recent outings. We have to see if Mist can break that pattern before this slides away. Unreal, Havoc survives on 9 HP after catching him from the wine box before the break. Absolute scramble to keep that lead intact. Havoc leads 8-4, this half follows the script. As the higher rated player controls the pace, Havoc's 71% head-to-head win rate shows through here, and Mist needs a big shift after the switch to close this gap. Sides swap time for a reset. Mist knocks him off the ramp to keep this fight within reach. Fast reaction to punish him on the ramp. Mist is fighting through a tough 14-22 stretch over the last day. He doesn't take a single hit to make it 2 in a row, showing real resilience to chip away at that lead. 2 quick kills to put the pressure back on the favorite. Another one. He makes it 3 in a row to pull within 1. The underdog is flipping the script on the favorite. Whoa, he makes it 4 in a row to tie this up at 8-8, completely erasing that early deficit. Man, he just wiped that lead off the board in minutes. Havoc wins the trade on the ramp to reclaim the lead. 9-8, our rank 11 player, reminding him who the favorite is. Havoc pulls ahead 10-8 to stifle that comeback. Coming off a tough loss to Ignis just now. He catches him from the ramp without taking a hit, making it 3 in a row. Our rank 11 player looks locked in here. Mist doesn't take a single hit here, refusing to let this game slide as he keeps fighting back. Another one for Mist, who doesn't take a single hit as he keeps this comeback alive. Insane. He wins the trade on the ramp to tie this at 11-11, making it 3 straight. The underdog is completely ignoring the ladder gap right now. What a scrap! He survives a chaotic exchange to make it 4 in a row, putting him at match point. Absolute chaos in that exchange to seize the lead. Havoc catches him from the ramp to break the run and tie this at 12-12. Lightning fast kill to force this into a deadlock. Havoc is suddenly playing at a different speed, ending these last 2 rounds in a blink. Boom, 2 quick kills to wrap this up. Mist picks him off the planks without taking a hit to tie this at 13-13. Pure efficiency to force this into overtime. Havoc takes him from the ramp to reclaim the lead. This is heading toward a real nail-biter. His rank 11 standing is showing in this high-pressure stretch. Wow, he doesn't take a single hit to tie this at 14-14, showing incredible resilience in overtime. The underdog is completely rewriting the script for this series. Havoc catches him from the ramp without taking a hit to reach match point. 15-14. Mist doesn't take a single hit in under a second to tie this at 15-15. He's at match point. Havoc surges to 16-15, reclaiming the lead here. Havoc pushes to 17-15, extending his narrow edge. Both players actually hold an identical win rate on this map. Mist narrows it to 17-16, refusing to buckle. The underdog is refusing to let this one slip away. Pure deadlock at 17-17. Mist forces a total stalemate. The ladder gap means nothing in a deadlock like this. Mist edges ahead 18-17, seizing the upper hand. The underdog is completely ignoring the ladder gap right now. Havoc forces a 18-18 deadlock to keep this grueling. The underdog is playing like the ladder gap doesn't exist. Mist grabs the lead 19-18 with a clutch kill. Havoc levels it at 19-19 to keep this wild. Havoc edges it 20-19 to seize the advantage. Coming off a tough 9-13 loss to Ignis just now. Havoc hits 21-19 to put the pressure on Mist. The favorites finally closing the door on this one. Mist claws back to 21-20 to keep it alive. Our rank 11 player is feeling the heat now. Havoc pushes to 22-20 to regain a slim cushion. He finally shuts the door in overtime. Mist played out of his mind to keep this close, but he just couldn't snap that head-to-head curse. What a fight. Welcome to Berserk League. Ignis and Mist take on Red Line, with the favorite looking to keep a strong streak alive. Ignis takes the opener from the ramp, and the head-to-head history says he's the one to beat here. Coming off a 13-7 win over him just now. Ignis has a 65% win rate in their head-to-head history, and that historical edge is playing out perfectly today. Mist has been struggling lately with a 10% win rate over his last 10 matches. The question is whether Mist can break this slide before the lead becomes insurmountable. Ignis cruises to 3-1. Mist needs a wake-up call. That was a blink and you miss it, kid. Mist holds the ramp and levels the playing field. We've got a dead heat here. The ladder has him at rank 22, but he's fighting back. Mist takes it from the ramp and swings the momentum his way. He's now on a 3-round run. The underdog is flipping the script on the favorite here. Another one, he deletes Ignis in under a second to make it 4-3. Pure speed on that one, just under a second. Mist catches him from the ramp to make it 4 in a row. A complete reversal from that 13-7 loss just now. He picks him off the ramp without taking a hit. That's 5 in a row. Ignis, rank 13, is looking completely lost right now. Boom, Ignis snaps the run with a clean kill, showing some real grit to make it 4-6. The momentum rolling with 2 in a row, closing the gap before the break. Just in time to wrap the half on a high note. We're tied 6 at the break. This stays on script for the favorite, as Ignis survived a 5-round skid from Mist to keep things even. It's a toss-up heading into the second half. Side swap, fresh start. He edges out the win to take a 7-6 lead, showing real resilience after that early deficit. The favorite is finally asserting his authority on the ladder. Mist claws it back to 7-7. We're deadlocked again. Ignis is coming off a strong 13-9 win over Havoc. He wipes him off the ramp without taking a hit, reclaiming the lead at 8-7. Exactly what you expect from the favorite in a tight set. He secures another from the ramp to make it 9-7, continuing his climb after that early deficit. A bit more drawn out, but he still finds the kill. Mist narrows it to 9-8, keeping this nail-biter alive. A slower exchange, but he still finds the kill. Mist forces a deadlock at 9. We're completely reset. Both players currently sitting in the upper half of the ladder. Mist takes it in a scrap on the ramp. That's 3 in a row. A scrappy fight, but he manages to survive with 74 HP. He doesn't even take a hit. That's 4 in a row for Mist, making it 9-11. The underdog is completely flipping the pre-match expectations. Ignis catches him off the ramp to break the run, showing real resilience to make it 10-11. A much slower burn on that kill, but it counts. Mist doesn't take a single hit here to reach match point 10-12. The underdog is completely ignoring the pre-match projections. Unreal. They both tear each other apart in a total bloodbath, but Mist survives by a hair to take the map. He just snapped a 5-game losing streak in the most dramatic way possible. Ignis had his number for years, but Mist finally broke the curse. What a fight. Welcome to the arena. Havoc and Ignis face off now, with the favorite looking to secure another win. Havoc holds a 59% win rate over Ignis across their entire history. Even though Ignis took their most recent meeting, the long-term trend heavily favors Havoc in this matchup. The question is if Ignis can break that pattern here. Ignis leads 2-1 as Havoc fights to stay alive. The underdog is playing exactly like he did in their last 39 meeting. Ignis picks him off the Tetris, making it 3 in a row. The favorite is struggling to find a way back in here. Another one. He doesn't even take a hit, making it 4 in a row. Havoc rank 11 on the ladder is getting outplayed here. He picks him right off the ramp, making it 5 in a row. Ignis is mirroring that 39 victory from their last meeting. Unreal. He doesn't even take a hit, making it 6 in a row. Sub-second kill, he's just not missing. 7 in a row, he's just not letting up, pushing the lead to 7-1. The clear favorite is completely frozen here. Both players trade heavy damage in a scrap, but he survives to make it 8 in a row. Rough way to end it, barely surviving with 33 health. Complete shutdown, he doesn't even take a hit to make it 9 in a row. The underdog is flipping the script on the favorite here. Finally, Havoc snaps the round just before the break to make it 3-9. Tough break for him to give up that lead right before halftime. Ignis leads 10-2, the favorite is getting crushed here, and we're seeing a total reversal of the 59% head-to-head advantage Havoc usually holds. Ignis is on the verge of a huge upset. Havoc needs a total reset. These rounds are over in a blink. Ignis is just reacting faster than Havoc can keep up with. Ignis is riding that 70% recent form here. He breaks the streak and hits match point, leading 12-2. Our rank 11 guy is completely out of options here. Havoc doesn't take a single hit, keeping the dream alive at 3-12. Clean kill there, doesn't even let him get a shot off. He catches him in under a second without taking a hit, making it 2 in a row. He's not stopping. That's 3 in a row for Havoc, leaving Ignis on match point. The favorite's finally starting to look like the rank 11 player. Boom! He shuts it down without taking a hit to win the map. He's officially shaken that head-to-head ghost. Ignis just completely dismantled the favorite in a total reversal of their history. Welcome to Berserk League duels. Havoc and Mist face off on Mappas with the favorite looking for another win. Havoc holds a massive head-to-head advantage with 310 wins over Mist. This historical edge is showing up now as Havoc just came off a close victory against him in their last meeting. The question is whether Mist can find a way to break that pattern today. Havoc leads 2-1, putting the pressure on Mist now. The ladder's number 12 is playing exactly to his rating. These rounds are over in a blink. Nobody's getting a second chance today. Clean reset to even here. Havoc pulls ahead 3-2. Mist is fighting uphill now. He's coming off a 2016 day so far. Mist claws back to tie it up at 3-3. Under a second for that kill. Havoc is starting to pull away. He's making it difficult for Mist to string together any real momentum here. Deadlocked at 4-4. Havoc and Mist are completely stuck. Mist is playing well despite being lower on the ladder. Mist takes the lead, 5-4, shifting the energy. Coming off a 13-10 win against Ignis earlier today. Havoc just shut that down. Mist was starting to build something, but we're right back to a dead heat. He's coming off a tough 5-13 loss to Ignis. Havoc edges ahead 6-5, reclaiming the upper hand. Mist is struggling with a 14-22 record over the last day. We're tied 6-6 at the break. This is tracking with expectations as Havoc is keeping pace despite Mist playing his best game of the day. Havoc's 71% head-to-head win rate usually tells the story, but it's anyone's match here. Side swap, clean slate. Mist nips ahead 7-6, seizing the momentum here. The underdog is flipping the script on the favorite here. Mist is carrying a 14-22 record over the last day, but he's playing far above that average right now. He's defying the ladder gap between him and Havoc by putting together 3 straight wins. If he can keep this run going, he'll completely flip the script on the favorite. Havoc snaps that run in under a second, showing real resilience to pull it back to 7-9. It doesn't even take a hit, 2 in a row for him as the comeback continues. Boom, he wipes away that lead to tie it at 9-9 with 3 in a row. Havoc catches him from the ramp to make it 4 in a row, completing the comeback. The favorite is finally asserting his authority on the ladder. Unreal. Both players trade heavy damage in a total bloodbath, but Mist survives with just 1 HP to tie it at 10-10. Mist has completely flipped the script, taking a lead he hasn't held for a while now. Clean kill in exactly 1 second. Pure efficiency from Havoc. He takes that in under a second without taking a hit to tie it 11-11. Havoc catches him from the ramp to reach match point, continuing this gritty comeback. The favorite is playing right to his ladder, standing here. Unreal. Mist shuts the door on regulation to tie it 12, forcing this into overtime. Whoa, he just snatched the win right out of his sails. Mist is on a roll here, putting together a 3-round streak to take a lead in overtime. 2 identical rounds in a row to seize the lead. Mist catches him from the ramp without taking a hit, keeping the streak alive at 12-14. Both players trade heavy hits, But Mist survives the scrap to make it 4 in a row. Match point. Insane, he just survived another bloodbath to seal it. Boom. He doesn't even take a hit to close it out. 5 in a row for Mist to take the map. He finally breaks that head-to-head curse in overtime. Mist just pulled off a huge upset against the favorite. What a fight.